3 days COVID free. Do I got a video for you guys today? Why your manifestations don't come true or why they end early. Let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. JT here. Thanks so much for being here. I'm super excited to finally not have the vid. Oh, it was a brutal 2 days. It was a total of 3 days, but 2 of the days were rough. 1 of the days was deathly. It was absolutely awful. So I'm feeling 100 times better. Today's the first day I actually got to go out and get in a vehicle and go to places. So that was cool. But yeah, today's video, we're going to be talking about why our manifestations end early, or why they fall through, or why you don't get to see the full result of the manifestations. And as always, if you like this kind of content, please hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment. Let me know if you like these videos. I think the manifestation topic has been, a big thing for the past couple years, or I guess since the law of attraction really came out, and they made the book The Secret and the movie The Secret, and a lot of people, went down that path. A lot of Hollywood celebrities talking about the law of attraction and whatnot. And so I've figured this out in the past year of why manifestations fail. And I guess the first thing I can really tell you guys is you have to really know what you want, and you have to know on what scale you want it at. So I said this in my last video, I just got over COVID. Today is day 1 of being 100%. And in the last video, I talked about how to manifest health and how to get over a sickness super fast. And it all starts in your mind, and then you have to take action into reality. And different manifestations can take longer. If you're trying to manifest getting healthy from COVID in a few days versus a few weeks, that's a smaller manifestation. If you're trying to get better from cancer, that's a bigger manifestation. If you're trying to manifest $1,000, that's a small manifestation. If you're trying to manifest $1 million, that's a big manifestation. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. So let's just say, for example, you want to manifest $1 million or passive income $10,000 a month, right? So what does that entail for that manifestation? You don't need to know how you're going to manifest it. You just need to know it's going to happen. It could manifest in all different sorts of ways. You don't have any control of what universe, God, source, how they're going to actually give it to you. It's not, you might get, $30,000 here and then this here, or it might come through this business when you thought you wanted to do this business. It can go all these different ways. You just have to know it's going to happen and let God, the universe, source, do the rest. And so when you pick a big manifestation, let's just say $1 million, you might need to manifest 100 things before getting that $1 million. It's good to think about that $1 million large manifestation, but what does that actually entail? And if you start living in that reality, every day you're thinking about manifesting $1 million, how the universe or God or source is going to give that to you might be a smaller manifestation of, okay, we're learning how to market right now. Okay, that's a small manifestation to get you to your big manifestation. Okay, now we have to learn advertising. Okay, there's another small manifestation. Okay, now we have to figure out a service or a product to go along with the marketing and advertising. There's another manifestation. So you see, when you have that big manifestation, there's a ton of little stuff that has to happen in order to get that big one. And where a lot of people fail is they don't see the results from it. But when you're manifesting something that big, it's not going to happen in a week or a month even. It might take time, and you might have to manifest all these other small things to coincide with that one very large thing. And so what I see a lot of times, and this is with anyone in life, any business, it doesn't matter, with fitness, whatever, is when you don't see the results, we end up giving up because we're like, oh, we're just wasting our potential. wasting our time. So when we see results, little wins here and there, that's when we know we're on the right track. But if you're trying to manifest $1 million and you haven't even manifested 10,000 yet, you're going to end up giving up. And that manifestation, you're not going to be living in that reality. You're not going to be thinking about it every day, all day long. And so that becomes the issue. Focus goes where energy flows. You keep that focus on the manifesting of $1 million every single day, all day long, then all those small manifestations will come in and you'll start getting those small wins, regardless if you're making $10,000, $20,000, whatever, but it takes 9 months. You have to keep getting those manifestations. And once they all start compounding, you're going to get the interest from that compounding result. It's a snowball effect. It's momentum. So you might look at it like, okay, the snowball effect, you get it rolling and then boom, it takes off. But with these early manifestations, these small ones that are leading up to that big one, you might be pushing that snowball up the mountaintop, right? You're like right here, and every time, okay, we learned advertising, up, push. Okay, we learned marketing, push. We learned how to create a service and sell it, push. And it's just a push, a push, a push. And you're getting nothing from it. You're getting no income from it or very low income from it. But what ends up happening is if you keep that large manifestation in your mind, those small pushes over time are eventually going to topple over that top of that peak. And what happens once it hits that peak? You're not having to do all those pushes anymore, and the momentum actually starts. And then that's when you start reaping all the rewards. But oftentimes people give up way too early. And one thing that I can tell you guys that absolutely will make a difference, and this is scientifically proven, we have on average 70 to 80,000 thoughts a day, right? 70 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And on average, 90%, up to 90% of those thoughts are negative and on repeat every single day. So what does that mean? Okay, if we'll just say on average you're having 75,000 thoughts a day and 90% of them are negative. I can't do that math in my head, but I would just say, if I was thinking, that's like 67,000 of the 75,000 thoughts are negative. 67,000 thoughts a day of negativity. Can you even imagine that? You're like, no way, I don't think 67,000 negative thoughts. You'd be surprised. They've done studies and it's pretty wild, but no one has self-awareness to take accountability and actually think throughout the day of all these negative thoughts. If you took a journal and wrote down every single thought you have, you freaking write a 10,000 page book in a day, but you can't. Our thoughts come so fast and they're gone. There can be 20 thoughts in a mere 10 seconds. So if we know this, on average, 67,000 negative thoughts a day and are on repeat every single day. And it's been like this from childhood, from our core belief system. So how do we do that? We do inner dialogue work. We do affirmations. Every time you have a negative thought, you alchemize it and turn it into a positive thought. As you do this over time, your now negative thoughts become positive thoughts. You're an alchemist. You've turned a negative into a positive. And this becomes your new belief system. So with manifesting something so large, a lot of the time when you don't get those small wins, or you do get those small wins and you don't see the benefit or the result from it, the negativity thoughts are creeping in and you're running through those negativity thoughts. Oh, this isn't working. Oh, maybe I did something wrong. I got to try something new. I got to do this different, like all this stuff, right? And when you're having all those thoughts, we know that our thoughts create our reality. Our inner world is a mere reflection of our outer world. So if we know that and we're having all these negative thoughts and you're trying to manifest something so big, you're pushing your manifestation further away. So the way to do this is you have to change those 67,000 negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And no, you're not going to change every single thought into a negative thought. We're all human. But the way to do this is you have to become self-aware and start taking note of when you are having these negative thoughts and then immediately flip it in your head. If you're out driving and you get a flat tire, for example, and you're like, oh, this is just my bad luck. You say, no, this was meant for me. If I didn't get that bad tire, that flat tire, I would have gotten in a car accident. There's a way to turn it around. You just alchemize that negativity into a positivity. You're looking at the glass half full, not half empty. And when you do this over time, over and over and over again, you'll start looking at the positive in every single thing in life. You'll start looking at better outlooks. And when you do that, that big manifestation is going to be much easier to grasp, and it's going to smoothly go towards you. But every time you have those negative thoughts, you push that manifestation further and further away. So that's really the honest to truth main trick. I don't want to say trick, but guide tactic to get to your big manifestation smoother and quicker without as many setbacks. And it's not an overnight thing. If you think about it, okay, we have 67,000 negative thoughts a day, and I'm 35 years old, so for the past, since I was 7 years old, with 23 years, I've been thinking 67,000 negative thoughts a day. Well, do you think that doing 500 positive thoughts every single day is gonna completely shift into all positivity? No. I'm gonna tell you a quick story before we end the video. I was reading about a guy, I think he was 24 years old, and he started flipping jet planes. And he was working at either Burger King or McDonald's at the time. And I don't know what books he read or anything, but he got into manifestation. And then every single day he wrote down, like, I am confident, I am smart, I am manifesting my dream life, abundance is flowing to me, I have all the financial freedom, I own many, many planes, and et cetera, et cetera. He wrote this list. And then he would say it, I'm not even kidding you guys, 1,000 times a day. Can you even imagine that, like how long that would take? 1,000 times a day. And he did this for 3 years. And guess what? He flips $30 million jets now. Owns $30 million planes, buys them, sells them, has a whole charter system. And he was working at Burger King or McDonald's at the time. So my point is, he had to say it a lot of times to completely rewire your brain. It's not going to just happen a few times. That's why you have to be patient with it. If you're picking something that large, flipping $30 million jet planes, that's not manifesting $1 million. That's like 5 tiers above that. There's like manifesting $1 million, manifesting $10 million, manifesting $30 million, and then like a whole nother level of flipping $30 million planes. That's like, way up here. It took him 3 years. So when you pick this manifestation, you have to stay vigilant with it and stay positive. Have a good outlook on it. And even when those negative thoughts creep in, just know that you can shift it into positive thoughts. We all have a choice in life. Everything is a choice. And when you choose to shift from negativity into positivity, you are ensuring that your future is going to be abundant. It's as simple as that. So I think I'm done now. I'm going to go hit a workout, my first workout back in almost a week. Oh, can't wait. Not going to go super hard though. Don't want to hurt anything. But yeah, please like and subscribe, comment. Let me know if you guys use any of these tactics, if other things work better for you, or if you've tried this and it hasn't worked for you. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to help you. But enjoy the day, guys. Seize it. Go get your workout in and stay safe. Later.